All right, we have a few questions here from table 5. I think this goes to all of you. Have you seen Agile work successfully by a consulting company working with an external customer? So in other words, company A has a customer, they're developing a software, an application, a solution for that customer. How would you recommend, have you seen it successful?
I think that answers that question.
Yeah. I mean, well, I'm trying to think of there's something underneath that. There's almost okay, we're doing something for a customer that maybe isn't going all that well or hasn't been going all that well, and could we bring in somebody with the experience and run an Agile thing, with that customer? The short answer is that absolutely can work.
Yeah, I think it comes down to, whether it's an external customer and a consulting group helping, or a distributed team offshore, you really need to bake in that level of communication. You typically don't want an Agile team going for days on end with no communication to their business customer.
Oh, I agree,
right?
Totally, right? Yeah, it's about the communication
so if
model.
you get creative and find a way to enable that communication and feedback, remember, expediting feedback to control the cost of change, then it can surely happen.
Yeah.
I think it absolutely can work. There's no reason why it can't work. I have not seen it, and I'm not on that side, so I'll give you the reverse perspective. I'm the customer, and like I said earlier in this conversation, I have 3 Agile projects. One's very mature, and we're looking for ways to raise the bar on it. It's getting tougher. One is just climbing the maturity curve, and the other is muddling along. The second one, though, the one that's climbing the curve, had a failure for about 6 months, and we had that model where we outsourced to a vendor to provide us Agile services in conjunction with Agile Scrum team aggregation on my side. So it was going to be a scrum of scrums. It failed miserably. The reason is the partner, the consultant we chose was not inherently Agile. So I think you need true Agile expertise on behalf of that partner to make it work.
And did it fail fast, at least?
It failed fast, and the news wasn't good, but we kept saying in our stakeholder meetings that we had on a monthly basis, at least we knew quickly, and we knew within 1 month. It took us 6 months to finally make some permanent changes because we kept trying to adjust the model, adjust some of the talent, but ultimately we chose a different path.
So it sounds like if it's going to work, and answer the question, it can, but all parties need to be on board and working in partnership to do that. Okay, next question.
How do you quantify quicker time to market savings as compared to waterfall?
This is a good one. I had the experience of trying to put a model together that would actually quantify, so time to market, that's great, I get it. From the time we approved the project as a go to the time we delivered value, right? Time to initial value maybe, or it could be time to complete value even. How do you quantify that? In the end, the model that I came up with was, okay, let's just say, on average, you're getting your, let's use the QSM study, right, for Rally. You're getting your business benefit. It starts about 33%, so a third faster than it normally would. So to me, the benefit of doing it Agile versus doing it in waterfall is that benefit that you normally get is going to happen 33% faster. That feels like a one-time thing, and it would be a one-time thing because after that you're sort of going through business as usual, unless you're executing Agile against a consistent portfolio of projects and programs where on all of them you're getting the benefits. Again, let's just use the average number, right, of a third sooner. That creates a pretty significant annuity over time. That's the way that I looked at it.
I think as you pointed out too, it could be that time to initial value, where that initial value, in the old days, traditional ways, we can have everything to you in 9 months. With Agile, well, what if we gave you your top 20% in 2 months? So that time to initial value.
Because your top 20% might be worth 70% of the value,
exactly,
right?
Exactly.
So So I guess the answer is there's several ways to look at it. There's not a single way that I've seen. I had to make one up, to be honest.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, thanks.
My question is about getting started. How much money is the investment in upfront training and coaching? Where do you get it, and how do you know the investment paid off? As well as, how do you convince management to take that risk?
Great question. Yeah, so I haven't seen a single, it's always this amount to get started, right? I mean, typically what I've seen as a best practice in getting started is pick a thing that you want to do, right? A project that you want to get done. Have the conversation up front with the business partners, sponsors, the IT executives that need to be involved and need to backstop you, and look at what would we normally spend on this thing and how long would it normally take. You could use this QSM study if you don't have any other examples in your own environment, you could use this QSM study as, on average, we should expect we'll get this thing a third faster if we do it this way than how we might otherwise do it. I wouldn't start by saying you'll save money. So the 16% productivity in that study was, that productivity could be equated to savings. Go for where does it matter to get it faster? Start there. Over time, I think you'll get better quality. I think you'll get more satisfied associates, and I think you'll get that increased productivity. I'd start with the speed thing as the way to get people to believe it's going to happen. You can point to this QSM rally study as a cross-industry, cross-country sample of project results that feels like something that holds true.
I have two answers to that question. I'll tell you how I did it. I didn't go out and ask for funding for pure training and coaching. I just hired a professional Scrum master and coach as part of a new project, and I got both rolled up into one. I got the coaching and training of the team, and I got project management, and I transitioned that role out over time. I think what I'm seeing is the role needs to come back from time to time to tune up, get back on track. So that's one way. I didn't make it a separate issue. I made it one and the same as part of the delivery. The number two way is what our larger S&P-wide IT organization has done, which was, I don't know how common this can be. This is very insightful, and I applaud this on behalf of our CIO. We adopted our former RUP methodology into a hybrid of RUP governance with Scrum software development methodology, and that was documented. It needed to be designed and documented, and then it needed to be rolled out. So there was funding at a centralized corporate level to have trainers come in and start to coach and mentor. I think it's more effective when you train while doing than having pure training. But we did both, one at my business unit level and one at the corporate level.
And did you see cost savings that justified that any additional investment, or did you not even need additional investment to?
I didn't need additional investment.
You just used dollars you already had, and
Right.
just spent them differently.
Mm-hmm.
And
Project
that's why I was saying, do it as, but don't just do it for the sake of doing it, right? Pick a business deliverable that's going to be directly impacted by it. And is there some risk involved? Of course there is, but
As we talk, there needs to be some sense of urgency, whether that's enterprise-wide, that our quality is too low or it takes too long, or perhaps it's one strategic project that we can't fail on, and we don't want to wait for a year to find out.
Right.
So maybe just picking that one project as a pilot project and constraining the financial investment to just what's needed to support that, doing the lessons learned from that, and then deciding, do you really want to go down a path of transforming your whole organization?
Great.